Welcome back, fellow NHL Supercard fans. I'm MyTyme. NHL Supercard 2K17 is the game of the day, and this video is a little bit delayed in coming. I apologise. For the last couple of days, I have either been working or doing other bits, and I haven't really played the game as much as I would like. See, I'm working towards that new ladder reward, which will be a pro, 750 games played. Not necessarily that I'm going to use a Super Rare Pro for a long time, but I was kind of hoping to have ploughed through a few more games by now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to make a promise just in case I end up breaking it, but by next weekend I'm going to try and have got to the 2000 game mark. I've already got one Patrick Hornqvist. I'm going to make sure I get him fully leveled up so I can get the second one. And that's going to be my aim, because I don't know how many weeks we're going to wait before we get an event, but there is a chance next week could be coming in. So, you know, if Cat Daddy's kind of theory of give people 10 days or so before releasing an event. So I'm going to see if maybe over the course of Monday, Wednesday, kind of next week, if I can knock out 400-500 games each of those days, in between doing other bits, try and get myself close to this at least, and then you know, maybe we'll have a few pulls, but then maybe I'll get lucky with a pro or two, get us closer towards that legendary tier. So that's the aim anyway. But this video is mainly going to be, because there's not too much to show you at the moment, it's going to be me collecting some season rewards and starting a new season. As I said, I should be kind of 40 games probably into a new season, but yeah, we've taken a while to get there. Just before I do, actually, quick point. I'm going to go to my cards to try and show you this. I'm just going to clear something up with people now. So, for example, this Jonathan Bernier card. Now, it still has the black silhouette, no image. I am going to give Cat Daddy and 2K Games the benefit of the doubt at the moment over the image not being in place. Now, for those of you who may be wondering why some of the cards are still without images, from what I can understand, the reason for the majority of players was, I don't know if this is still the case now, but it was because of the teams and stuff having drafts, and with people moving from one team to another, they don't necessarily have images of the person wearing the new jerseys, etc., playing the matches. So as a result, some of the images have been left out of the game until they've got either images that they want to use or whatever it is. You know, they're not going to use images from last season, for example. So we should be getting to a stage now where there's I know there aren't as many as there was, but there should only be a couple of people, maybe those that don't feature as much, for example, which are missing. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks that will be the case, and then from you know, here on outwards, season starts and everything like that, and people start to make appearances, they're all cards in the future, kind of event cards, all those kind of things. Images should be released with no problems. So those of you who may be wondering why we've still got some silhouettes knocking around, that's most likely the reason. Now back to season play. Fortunately for me, this was a fairly comfortable season. I did my usual tactic of, once I've qualified for the first round, I just used the 300 credits to auto-fill my lineup for the rest of the season, because not so much I got fed up, but it is a bit frustrating if you end up missing out because for a couple of hours you're asleep or you forgot to, I don't know, energize and that. This wasn't an all bot game, okay? This saw them here. He is a human. There were, I think, 4 humans in this, but I qualified fairly easily in first just by topping up naturally by using my energies. I played a few games here and there, and you know, was using my energies to kind of just keep me in the frame. And once we got to this stage, I just thought, let nature take its course, and fortunately I was able to get the win. So we're going to get 2 ultra rare cards, and we're not going to get them from clicking on there though. We go to claim reward too, guys. So 2 ultra rare cards now. Just before we claim these, just so we can have an idea of what it is I actually want, let's have a look at what I need. I have got a few pulls recently, okay? Let's have a look. I can't remember everyone that I've got. I'm pretty sure I got John Klingberg in the last one because I've energized him, improved him. Should I say not energized? Using him in my lineup. pretty sure I got him on camera, so I think he was the one I got on camera. We have got, if we move down a bit, we've got the Matt Zuccarello as the login reward. We pulled this Martin Hansel off the board as well. So that's a couple of new epic cards, a couple of new potential cards that I can pro to get me into that legendary tier. And in terms of the ultra rare place, we've got our Evander Kane ready to pro now. So once we've got our season rewards, we'll pro him out. Did I get Frederick? I think I got Frederick Anderson as well as a board pull, which was off cam for you guys. And that's a goalie, which is pretty decent. Ryan Nugent Hopkins was the login rewards. I think I've already come over Nick. Dion Hanouf I got as a board reset. And yeah, so we've got a few like slightly better cards. Not that I'm necessarily using any of them at the moment. I need to make some pros before my deck really begins to take shape and moves to any kind of position where you look at and go, wow, you're doing quite well. But anyway, maybe we can get one of those guys here. So claim rewards, that's what we're aiming for. Not an Evander Kane, okay, not an Evander Kane, but those other ultra rare cards to hit a pro would be pretty awesome. So first of all, Brian Little, nope. Centre, okay, no problems. Card collection, cool. Let's go for the next one. Pro. Oh, well, I think I had this in the rare tier as well. I pulled a double reward into pro, and it's happened again. Double Brian Little. I will never complain about that. Okay, if I do, bring me back to these videos. Remind me it's a pro off the bat. Obviously, it'll be amazing when you get into epic, legendary seasons, etc., and this kind of luck happens. But completely fine with that. That'll be another pro that I'll work towards for a future King of the Ring, which will obviously help season, which will help me. They'll slot straight in, as you can see here. I'm still using ultra rare singles and stuff, and so I'm not too worried about trying to push myself into the epic tier at the moment, because I do think I will struggle. But we're going to bust out the autofill, see what it puts up at the moment. We're going to move out, and actually we can't do it out here, we have to do it here, don't we? So we're going to swap out Evander Kane for the moment. Now let's pull in a couple of any other cards just to do this. So let's pro these two cards up. So we're going to pro the card which has the 2 slot enhancements, because as far as I am aware, I think when you pro a card you gain an extra slot. I don't know if it actually matters. I think in NHL 2K16 actually it didn't matter which card you use as the card that you pro'd. You would still, as long as one of your cards was a 2 slot, you'd get 3 slots. So just in case, because I didn't play the game for quite a while, I'm gonna go with the 2 slot. It stays as 2 slot. Is that correct? I don't know. I haven't played the game for a while. If any of you guys do know, let me know, please. I'm pretty sure you can't. You can't get 3 slots as these single cards, can you, for the enhancements? Not too sure what just happened there. I thought it would make it into a 3 slot, to be honest with you, but still, never mind, no problems. Cool. It's not a card that is going to stay in the deck forever. He's obviously there at the moment. It will be useful for the time being at Evander Kane. If you feel again, it's not going to make too much difference to the team at the moment, but we will swap out a couple of these guys, putting some people out of position, see how close I can get towards that. Right, Nugent Hopkins will put in. So yeah, I'm still going to be quite away from getting into epic season. As you can see here, all these people already in my season, and there's not a lot to be gained by putting in any of the guys down here. So with that, I'll leave this team as it is, not too worried. We'll go and play another season. See, by the time we get to the end of that season, I might hopefully be closer to being able to pro 1 or 2 of these cards. Might have a second Hornqvist, which will be a pro. Might be able to, I don't know, improve my goalie. I should be an epic for the next season. So with that said, I'm going to go join the season here, begin season, leave that. I'm going to shoot off now, cut this episode here. I'll be back in a few days, guys, hopefully with some good news for you all and myself.